A very warm welcome and thank you very much for being here. Namaste. Well, when I say namaste, as we are here gathered under one roof and we all are celebrating Indian food. So I have a small expectation that when I say namaste, I will hear back from you, ladies and gentlemen. So namaste. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Namaste. Good evening. Namaste. As we all know, this room is filled with extraordinary personalities. This room is filled with champions, and that's the reason I'm expecting more and more energy. So, good evening. Namaste, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. Indian Council for Cultural Relations welcomes each one of you to Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023. With some round of applause, everybody. Well, this is our first edition, so it's always said wisely, if the beginning is rightly done, then the rest gonna be history. So ladies and gentlemen, let's do this once again with more energy, with more power, with more love, and with more blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, I extend a very warm welcome, and here presenting before you Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023. Thank you very much. So before we proceed any further, we have an AV. I request the console. Can we have the AV now?
India, a land rich in culture, history, and culinary traditions. Today, we are thrilled to introduce you to a remarkable initiative by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations. The ICCR, an autonomous body under the Ministry of External Affairs, is committed to promoting Indian culture globally. And now, they're taking a step further to celebrate and honor the ambassadors of authentic Indian cuisine around the world. Introducing the prestigious Annapurna Certificate, a recognition like no other. This certificate is ICCR's way of honoring restaurants abroad that have significantly contributed to the promotion of Indian cuisine and culinary traditions among local communities. These culinary establishments are not just serving food. They are fostering cultural exchange through the universal language of food. Imagine the aromas, the flavors, the spices that transport you straight to the heart of India, no matter where you are in the world. But how are these exceptional restaurants chosen? It's not just a random selection. It's a meticulous process. A prestigious selection committee, consisting of experts in Indian cuisine and culture, handpicks the recipients of the Annapurna certificate. They meticulously evaluate the quality of food, the authenticity of flavors, and the impact these restaurants have on their local communities. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The ICCR is proud to announce the recipients of the Annapurna certificate for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to present the Annapurna certificate to 6 extraordinary restaurants that have truly embraced and promoted the essence of Indian cuisine abroad. These restaurants have become a bridge between cultures, bringing the taste of India to the far corners of the world. Each Annapurna certificate is not just a piece of paper. It's a symbol of their dedication to preserving and sharing the culinary treasures of India. Let's not just savor the delicious flavors of Indian cuisine, but also explore the incredible stories behind the restaurants that have received the Annapurna certificate. Join us in celebrating the global ambassadors of authentic Indian cuisine, and let's continue to promote cultural exchange through the universal language of food.
Wow. I think after watching this video, we can only say incredible India, Atulya Bharat. And undoubtedly, food is the soul of Indian culture. And by saying that, we are not only sharing our food, our festivity to the world, we are sharing love to the world. And that's the sole purpose. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for being a pillar, I have to say, for this great initiative. And I also say a big thanks to our president, sir, Mr. Vinay, for this great initiative, sir, because we all together sharing love to the world. Thank you for this. And on this note, I extend a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries present here, all the delegates from embassies here, all the universities, all the foreign students present here, and also our chief guest present here, Mrs. Meenakshi Lekhi ji, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, and Sir, our President, Mr. Vinay Sahasbuddhe ji, and all of you, a very warm welcome, everybody. On this note, let's proceed for the lighting of lamp, because it's time to say a big thanks to the Supreme Power by lighting of lamp. And on this, I request everybody, please help me to welcome Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji. And I request President ICCR, Shri Vinay Sahasbuddhe ji. So please proceed for the lighting of lamp. I request Shri Kumar Tuhin ji, DG ICCR. I request Shri Abhay Kumar ji, Deputy Director General ICCR. Please help me to welcome these distinguished personalities with some round of applause, everybody. So by lighting of lamp, भारतीय संस्कृति ये कहती है कि उस ईश्वर को, उस परमात्मा को हम याद करते हैं और उनका दिल से धन्यवाद करते हैं. आइए जोरदार तालियों के साथ, with some round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, our distinguished personalities on stage, for this warm start of this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed any further, let me give you a brief introduction about Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023. The Annapurna Certificate Award is an award initiated by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations to recognize and honor restaurants operating abroad that have made outstanding contributions to the promotion of authentic Indian cuisine and culinary traditions in the foreign countries. As I said before, we are sharing love to the world. This award serves as a symbol of appreciation for the significant role these restaurants play in introducing Indian gastronomy to local communities abroad and enhancing cultural exchange. This initiative of ICCR recognizes and celebrates the global ambassadors of authentic Indian cuisine, fostering cultural exchange through the universal language of food. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed any further, I will call the veteran himself, one of the jury members, to share a few words about the selection process of this Annapurna Awards 2023. Please help me to welcome Shri Manjeet Gill, one of the jury members, Annapurna Certificate Awards. He's gonna share a brief idea about the selection process. Please help me to welcome Shri Manjeet Gill on stage. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Namaste. Shrimati Meenakshi Lekhi, Minister of State, External Affairs and Culture. Shri Shashra Budhe, esteemed guests, fellow chefs, and culinary enthusiasts. We welcome you for this prestigious Annapurna Award ceremony. Today we gather not only to celebrate the exquisite flavors and taste that make up the rich tapestry of Indian cuisine, but also to acknowledge a significant milestone in our culinary journey, the certification of Indian restaurant outside of India. We had a criteria for this, and that we got good applications for this. And the criteria was very simple this time. It may become a little more harder in the future. And basically, that the restaurant must show the Indianness in their restaurant. And the traditional dishes, they can be with the creativity, but it should be traditional. They must be linked with the tradition. And how many covers or how many seats they do in a week, in a month. And we have gone through their whole menu. So we have seen all these things in that, and minimum 3-year-old restaurant should be. So there were simple criteria this time, and the winners, these restaurants, they have won with qualify with all these things. And it was very important that the chef of the restaurant has to be from Indian origin. It cannot be from any other country. It has to be Indian origin, so that the tradition and the link can be with the ritual. As chefs, we are custodians of culture, the storytellers of tradition, and the architects of the taste. Today, we stand united in our commitment to preserving and promoting the authenticity of Indian cuisine globally. The Annapurna Awards serve as testament to our dedication to excellence and the rich heritage that our country art carries. Certifying Indian restaurants outside of India is not merely a recognition, it is a promise to uphold the sanctity of our culinary traditions. The impact of this certification resonates far beyond the kitchen, reaching to every heart of our homeland. Let me share with you how India stands to benefit from the certification of our traditional restaurants. First and foremost, the certification is a powerful tool for cultural diplomacy. Indian cuisine is a symphony of flavors and taste, an amalgamation of diverse regional tastes, and a reflection of our history. By certifying our restaurants abroad, we are opening doors to a deeper understanding of India's culture mosaic. Each dish becomes a story, each flavor a chapter, and every certified restaurant a cultural ambassador. Furthermore, the certification process ensures that the recipes passed down through generations are faithfully preserved and presented. This not only safeguards the authenticity of our culinary heritage, but also provides economic support to the countless farmers and artisans who contribute to the raw ingredients that grace our tables. In addition, certified Indian restaurants become center for community engagement. They become hubs for a cultural exchange where people from various backgrounds can gather to savor the richness of Indian cuisine. This not only fosters a sense of unity, but also generate opportunities for cross-cultural dialogue and understanding. Moreover, certification brings recognition to the chef and the restaurateur who have dedicated their lives to perfecting the art of Indian cooking. It is a celebration of their passion, hard work, and commitment to culinary excellence. As we embark on this journey of certifying Indian restaurants worldwide, let us remember that this is not just about food. It is about weaving a tapestry of cultural connections. It is about fostering a global community and appreciate the depth and diversity of Indian cuisine. The certification of Indian restaurant outside of India plays a pivotal role in enhancing tourism by acting as a culinary ambassador, and that tantalizes the taste buds and sparks curiosity about the rich cultural tapestry of our nation. Here's how this certification can contribute to the improvement of tourism in India. The certification of Indian restaurants abroad can be integrated into broader destination marketing strategy. Collaborative efforts between the culinary and tourism sectors can create theme package tours and even enriching tourists to visit India for an immersive cultural and gastronomic experience. The certification of Indian restaurants outside of India is not just about our culinary excellence, it is a strategic move that amplifies the allure of Indian culture, fostering a deeper connection with potential tourists and inspiring them to embark on a journey to the heart of India. This, in turn, contributes to the growth and enrichment of Indian tourism industry. To the chefs who tirelessly toil in the kitchen, to the restaurateurs who open their doors to the world, and to all those who contribute to this culinary journey, I extend my heartfelt gratitude. Your dedication ensures that soul of India travels across borders, leaving an indelible mark on the global palette. Let us celebrate this Annapurna Award not just as a recognition of culinary achievement, but as a catalyst for cultural exchange and outstanding. Through the certification of Indian restaurant outside of India, we are not only satisfying appetite, but also nurturing a global appreciation for the richness of our heritage. Let us express our sincere thanks to Indian Council for Cultural Relations for their visionary effort in certifying Indian restaurants abroad. Their dedication not only adds flavors and taste to our global culinary landscape, but also brings people together through the universal language of food. We look forward to the continued collaboration with ICCR as we embark on this exciting journey of our cultural exchange and gastronomic delight. May the flavors and taste of India May the flavors and taste of India continue to captivate hearts, and may our certified restaurants be beacons of cultural harmony. Thank you, and may our culinary journey be filled with the zest of spices and sweetness of success. Jai Hind.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for this brief introduction. And on this note, we have our guest of honor. Please help me to welcome Srimati Hema Malini ji here. A round of applause. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being here and gracing this beautiful evening by your presence. Thank you very much. So coming back, Manjeet Gill, sir, thank you very much for this brief introduction. Doesn't matter India, food is coming from South India, North India, East or West. You know, maybe the taste gonna be different, but ladies and gentlemen, the base is always love. And that's why, coming back to the name of this award, Annapurna Award 2023. Annapurna coming from Indian mythology, which means goddess of food. So that's the actual purpose, to spread the amount of love we have for food, to spread the amount of, that warmth and festivity we actually celebrate food in India. So that's the only purpose. A round of applause for Manjeet sir for this wonderful introductory speech for the Annapurna Certificate Award 2023. Now proceeding towards the next session for the welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome the man himself, Shri Vinay Sahasrabudhe, President ICCR. Sir, for the great initiative, first of all, I request everybody for a round of applause for sir, everybody. Please help me to welcome Shri Vinay, sir, on stage. Please grace this beautiful evening here for the welcome address.
Union Minister of State for Culture and External Affairs, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji. Our chief guest for the evening, Srimati Hema Malini ji. The members of the panel of jury, Manjeet Gill ji, Vishnu Manohar ji, DG ICCR, Shri Kumar Tuhin ji, DDG Abhay ji, and all the certificate winning owners of restaurants and their chefs, who are the real artists, I would say, food artists, and friends gathered over here. I am seeing there are many students of catering institutions and others as well. In a way, it's a historic day for the ICCR, because for the first time we are entering into the arena of culinary and cuisine traditions. Just a week before, we had a gathering of Indologists, and the subject was Indian knowledge traditions. So prior to that, when I was speaking to an academic whether he appreciates Indian knowledge traditions, he said, I don't know, but I know Indian food traditions. तो भारत की जो अन्न परंपरा है, वो मैं मानता हूं कि बाकी सारी परंपराओं में से सबसे अधिक मशहूर और दुनिया के कोने कोने तक पहुंची हुई ऐसी परंपरा है। और इसीलिए अन्न के प्रति हमारी सोच भी एक अलग सोच है। भोजन के बाद हम कहते हैं अन्नदाता सुखी भव। तो अन्नदाता का एक विशेष महत्व है। हमारे मंदिरों में भी अन्नदान एक महत्वपूर्ण गतिविधि हुआ करती थी। और इस सारी पृष्ठभूमि पर हमने ये सोचा कि विश्व में भारत की अन्न परंपरा को जो आगे ले जा रहे हैं, ऐसे हमारे भारतीय होटेलियर्स एंड रेस्टोरेंट ओनर्स और उनके साथ काम कर रहे सारे बल्लवाचार्य इन सबको हम सम्मानित करेंगे और एक अन्नपूर्णा प्रमाण पत्र, अन्नपूर्णा सर्टिफिकेट उनको देंगे। उसी के अनुसार एक पैनल ऑफ जूरी बनाई गई और उन्होंने 7 देशों के सफल रेस्टोरेंट ओनर्स को यहां पर बुलाया है। मुझे ये बताते हुए खुशी है कि सभी जगह से बहुत बढ़िया हमें रिस्पांस मिला था और चयन करना इतना आसान भी नहीं था, मगर हम कर पाए। जब मंजीत जी से बात हो रही थी तो उन्होंने कहा कि आगे चलकर हम इसमें केवल इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट्स नहीं, मगर इंडियन स्टाइल ऑफ फूड प्रिपरेशन एंड सर्विंग, इसको भी समाहित करना चाहिए। क्योंकि हमारे देश में we generally try to emulate whatever happens in the Western world, and therefore we have established the 3-course lunch or dinner, which starts with a starter, there is a main course, and later on there is a dessert. But Manjeet ji was telling me that that authentic Indian style of serving the food and consuming the food, it starts with a dessert. क्योंकि हम पहले तो मुंह मीठा करते हैं, मीठा खाते हैं, तो इसका एक हमारी स्वास्थ्य संबंधी जो धारणा है उसके साथ भी एक संबंध है, क्योंकि जब पहले मीठा खाते हैं तो अन्न का डाइजेशन आसान हो जाता है। सो लाइकवाइज देयर इज एवरीथिंग व्हिच इज यूनिकली इंडियन इन आवर ट्रेडिशंस, एंड टुडे वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग द इंडियन फूड ट्रेडिशन। Before I close, let me also announce that we have invited some commissioners of state governments, resident commissioners over here, and ICCR has already entered into some kind of agreements with the state governments, and we would like if the state governments also come along with us, that in all these 7 restaurants who have won the Annapurna certificate today, we would be talking to the state governments if they agree, 2 celebrated chefs who are going to serve the regional food tradition, maybe Karnataka food, maybe Maharashtra food, maybe Assamese food, whatever it is. अगर वो मानते हैं तो हम उनको इन 7 रेस्टोरेंट में जाने की व्यवस्था राज्य सरकारों की मदद से करेंगे। इन 7 जगह वो कभी आसाम फूड फेस्टिवल करे, कभी दूसरे महीने में महाराष्ट्र फूड फेस्टिवल करे, कभी तमिल फूड फेस्टिवल करे, और उसमें राज्य सरकार भी योगदान दे, आईसीसीआर भी उनके संदर्भ में जो भी आवश्यक है मदद वो करेगी। मगर इस तरीके से अगर हम भारतीय अन्न परंपरा और भारतीय कुलिनरी एंड क्यूजिन ट्रेडिशंस को और मजबूत करते हैं तो विश्व में भारत और भारतीय परंपराओं का आकलन भी बढ़ेगा और उसके प्रति लोगों में जो लोकप्रियता है वो भी निश्चित रूप में और मजबूत होगी। I am really happy that this certificate program is being inaugurated in our very own International Year of the Millets. तो मैं मानता हूं कि ये भी भारत सरकार की एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका जिसमें रही, ऐसा एक योगदान है कि हमने पूरे विश्व में इंटरनेशनल ईयर ऑफ द मिलेट्स मनाया है। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं मैडम श्रीमती मीनाक्षी लेखी जी, श्रीमती हेमा मालिनी जी और आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं, और मैं मानता हूं कि ये परंपरा और इस तरीके का ये अन्नपूर्णा सर्टिफिकेट का हमारा जो एक नया इनिशिएटिव है आप सभी के सहयोग से और मजबूत होता जाएगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अन्नदाता सुखी भव।
Well, thank you very much, sir, for the warm welcome. Thank you. A round of applause for sir, everybody. And now, please help me to welcome Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji, Honorable Chief. Round of applause, everybody. Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, for share a few words for Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023. All over to Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome this distinguished personality on stage. And we request you, ma'am, please share your thoughts and a few words for this beautiful evening and Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023.
Thank you very much, respected Vinay Sastubudiji, Hema ji, Kumar Tohin ji, Abhay ji, Excellencies, honored jury members, ladies and gentlemen, all lovers of food. And I am so happy and so pleased that ICCR has made a new beginning, but the oldest form of diplomacy, discussion, and dialogue. And all discussions, all friendships develop around food and drinks. And we normally say, okay, haven't seen you in a long time, let's meet for coffee. Haven't met you, how about joining me for tea? Come over, lunch, dinner. Why do we do that? I mean, we are all evolved beings. For millions of years, human beings have reached the stage they have reached. They have been there for millions of years. So the relationship with culture, relationship with food, the relationship of civilization around food, the human need and satisfying human mind and senses through the palate is a very, very ancient tradition. And that ancient tradition needs to be celebrated. Recognition needs to be given to the people it is due. And recognition to the chefs, recognition to the restaurants, recognition to the people who cherish good food has to be there and is there amongst all cultures and civilizations. So this being part of diplomacy or a tool of diplomacy, I'm really not surprised. The only thing is, this is a new beginning because nobody before ICCR in the present times chose to certify it. And I'm very grateful to the team for putting their thoughts together because gastronomy diplomacy is something which we all know, we all understand. But certification is also about credibility. Certification is about authenticity. And authenticity in the name of Ma Annapurna, nothing could be better. And this particular trophy, if I can call, it's not a trophy, it's a divine being amongst us. But for those who do not know the story, let me share. 100 years plus, this particular statue was stolen from Kashi. As another part of diplomacy and struggle, we got it repatriated just about 1.5 to 2 years ago. And that repatriation process was not an easy one. We fought a lot, and it was kept in one Canadian university and was there for more than 100 years. Was stolen, was taken away. Like many things about India, things got plundered, taken away. I'm very happy, very pleased that the other art form of casting metal, which is also an ancient art form in India, ancient most I must say. When people talk about forged steel or forged iron to make it steel, the process started in India. Very few may know, but the fact is, a few centuries BC, we still call it Ashokan pillar and other forms where a particular pillar is standing, which was basically Vishnu's thumb. And that Vishnu's thumb was forged iron, doesn't get rusted, and has stayed for a few thousand years without being rusted. The Bidri art form in many, many museums across Europe, Middle Ages, 1600, 1400, 1200 things are lying, which could be daggers, which could be swords, handcrafted, Bidri work on the handles, which is smooth, but the swords are sharp, razor sharp, and made with precise technology. And that metallurgy form also came from here, and that particular art form is being used to construct this. So I'm very, very grateful for all the concepts being put together by ICCR, and especially the president, Mr. Vinay Sastbuddhe, when I was talking to him, he told me, I said, where have you got this design from? He said, a particular artist in UP, Uttar Pradesh, has designed it, and we are giving this as an award, as a trophy, so that the story and culture about India, about the relevance or the importance we give to Ma Annapurna is something which also should go along with the award. People should understand the place which in our understanding, in our civilization, is given to Ma Annapurna. Every temple has Annakshetra, that place where we give food. Every Gurdwara does the langar. And on any occasion, at least from the place I come from, which is New Delhi, any occasion, Kartik Purnima, Amavas, Purnamashi, Ekadashi, father's death, mother's birthday, child's birthday, so on and so forth, there is always some langar, some food which is being distributed. That is the way Indians celebrate food, because Annadan is considered to be the most precious gift that you can give to people, because it nourishes the body, helps the mind to grow. And in our understanding, food is what a human is made from. And if food is what makes a human, also impacts the way we think, impacts the way we live. And all the kitchens are basically labs. And all the food that we eat will take care of the doshas, because we understand, Vat, Pit, Kaph. And these doshas, 3 dosha, needs to be balanced, needs to be taken care of. And our food is the way, why do we add ginger? Why do we add turmeric? How much masala to be given? Why certain things will only have rock salt? Why the normal salt is banned for 9 days of Navratras? Why people are eating vegetarian in certain days? Why plankton only will be used? So there is a deeper science associated with the food which is consumed. And every kitchen is the oldest lab in the world, because that's where humans learned how to treat their body and mind. I'm very, very grateful for ICCR to engage in gastronomy diplomacy. And I was reading the certificate itself, and there's a very beautiful shlok which is written, Om Annapurna Sada Purne Shad Ramana Vallabhe Gyan Vairagya Siddharthe Bhiksham Dehi Namo Astute, which means, Om, Goddess, who is full, complete, and perfect with food and grains, always full, complete, and perfect, the strength of the life force of Shiva, the cause of peace for the attainment of perfection in wisdom and renunciation, please give us offerings. We bow down to you. I think this shlok completes the entire thought process which is behind this particular award, Anna and Purna. So Ma Annapurna, we ask the goddess, like most Shakti is present in the feminine form of God, and that is goddess. So Ma Annapurna, give us wisdom, give us nourishment, and through you, we will do what our destiny have to ask us to do. In this year, especially post Bharat Ka Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which got completed. We completed 75 years. And in those 75 years, all that India has to celebrate, all the wisdom and pride that we take in our culture, in our civilization, has to take India forward. And next 25 years, each one of us is inspired to work for national pride, to work for making India a developed nation. And that is the inspiration which our Prime Minister has given us. Under that umbrella of inspiration, this particular task which has been undertaken by ICCR, I compliment every one of you for taking gastronomy to the next level, especially taking it to the other countries, recognizing people who are already working, and also taking new people to showcase what Indian food and regimes are all about, and how Ayurveda is connected with our food, how the food habits impact us. And sometimes we violate, we need to control that bit also. And we'll continue to do better as we know and learn more about food, especially the year of millet, which is another contribution of Indians, taking away people from gluten, which has caused so many changes in our body over a period of time, how it has impacted our health parameters, how original Indian food was, grain was so much nicer and better. I wish you all the very, very best. And the 6 restaurants which have been awarded, I want to compliment and recognize them, and I want every one of you to applaud for them. The first one is Balaji Dosai from Sri Lanka, Indian Street Food and Company from Sweden, Amber India Restaurant from USA, Naans and Curries, an ethnic Indian restaurant from Costa Rica, Mumtaz Mahal Restaurant from Oman, Namaste India Restaurant from Mongolia. Thank you all for keeping the Indian flag high, and thank you ICCR for engaging in such an honorable task. Thank you all. Thank you very much, and may Ma Annapurna bless us all.
Well, first of all, I think your round of applause will only do the justice for this wonderful, wonderful session we had. Thank you, ma'am. It was an extraordinary speech, heartfelt, and the story you shared, I think that touched our heart, in short. So round of applause and appreciation, and thank you very much for your blessings. So in short, we are not only giving you awards, we are giving the blessings and dignity from India. So, wow, congratulations. On this note, we have arrived to the most awaited moment, ladies and gentlemen, and I request you all, in the form of clappings, you have to show the amount of love you have in your heart for these wonderful awardees. Can we do that? Lovely. So before we proceed and welcome awardees, let me proceed and welcome on stage our presenters. Please help me to welcome once again our chief guest, Meenakshi Lekhi ji, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture. Our guest of honor, Srimati Hema Malini ji. Ma'am, please come on stage. A round of applause for Srimati Hema Malini ji. I request Shri Vinay Sahasrabudhe ji, President ICCR. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And please help me to welcome Shri Kumar Tuhin, DG ICCR. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready now? Yes? I think this is the most awaited moment of this evening. So the energy is here and I really want to take it here. So ladies and gentlemen, please tell me, are we ready for this moment? Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to proceed with our first awardee. But before we proceed and felicitate and honor the owner, we will have an AV. So we all have to welcome the AV also. So the first awardee under Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023 goes to Amber India Restaurant, San Francisco, USA. Before we proceed and welcome Vijay Visji, we have an AV. AV of Amber India Restaurant. Wow. I mean, now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Sri Vijay West, owner of Amber India Restaurant, San Francisco, USA. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. विजय जी आप भारत का प्यार विश्व में बांट रहे हैं in short. A round of applause for the gentleman, ladies and gentlemen. And I also request ambassador and representative from the concerned embassy on stage to present. I request ambassador and representative from the concerned embassy. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Sri Vijay Wist, owner, Amber India Restaurant, San Francisco, USA. So, Mr. Vijay, before we proceed any further, we want to ask you a question, and that's something we really want to know, that what is the one Indian recipe that's your favorite and you want to spread it to the world? You're most welcome here. So the one Indian recipe which is your favorite and you want to spread it to the world.
Hi, thank you, ICCR. It has been, very interesting journey for me. Next year we'll complete 30 years of being Amber in the Silicon Valley. And my favorite recipes is palak chaat that I enjoy a lot. So that is one thing that, because of it has a besan, a healthy stuff. And so that's my favorite. But I just wanted to share when we started with 8 people. And at the end of last year, we had 257 employees, like mid-sized American company. And after opening, in first 8 weeks, we became very popular, and every company in the Silicon Valley was somehow some discussion, whether it was Google, whether it's Facebook, you name it, and everyone came there. And so we were part of their, when all these things started happening. But I just wanted to thank my team also. Because of that, we were, able to achieve all this. And thank you so much for starting this. This means a lot to very hardworking people, When people are enjoying, we are working there. So thank you for recognizing this award.
Well, thank you very much, sir, and heartiest congratulations. On this note, we're going to proceed for the next one. That is Balaji Dosai, Candy, Sri Lanka, ladies and gentlemen. Before I proceed and welcome the owners and the chef, can we...
I'm sorry, I'm taking your leave because I'm late for another engagement. Thank you all, and especially the awardees. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your presence. Thank you very much. Here, we're going to proceed for the AV of Balaji Dosai from Sri Lanka. Now, please help me to welcome the owners of Balaji Desai from Sri Lanka, Mr. Yogaraja Kandia, and the chef, Mr. Parameshwaran. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to these wonderful team here, and a round of applause to Balaji Desai. So they are spreading love from India in Sri Lanka, and I believe there should be a round of applause for them. And heartiest congratulations. Before we proceed any further, Mr. Yogaraja, sir, you have to share the favorite Indian recipe, and also if you want to share it to the world, the recipe which is very close to your heart.
Good evening, gentlemen. We like to introduce that the dosa, the masala dosa is the very famous recipe. Thank you very much.
So all the masala dosa lovers, I think there should be a round of applause. Thank you very much. On this note, let's proceed to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, Indian Street Food and Company from Sweden. Let's have the AV first. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, and please help me to welcome Mr. Dheeraj Singh. A round of applause, and Mr. Dalip Singh. Mr. Dheeraj Singh, owner of Indian Street Food and Company, and Mr. Dalip Singh, our main chef. A round of applause for this wonderful team from Sweden, Indian Street Food and Company. Heartiest congratulations. And I would request Mr. Dheeraj, please tell us your favorite Indian dish and you want to spread it to the world. Why?
Well, thank you, everybody. It was wonderful to be here. I'll start with just saying, in 2004, I moved to Sweden, started working with a Swedish Indian restaurant. 10 years later, with no money in my pocket, I started with a small food truck and trying to spread real Indian street food around Sweden. Today we have around 7 restaurants, not only in Sweden, we have 2 restaurants in Norway, a catering kitchen in Denmark. So it's like gone overall. I try to just take authentic food out, and made sure that authentic food from India is very much recognized all around. My favorite dish, I would say, is like the aloo tikki and millet papri chaat, which is like favorite. And I bet everyone enjoys that a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you.
A round of applause for palak chaat and aloo tikki. This is like ongoing famous dish from India. Lovely. Let's proceed for the next one. Please help me to welcome our next awardee, Mumtaz Mahal Restaurant from Muscat, Oman. Let's have the AV first. Well, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And please help me to welcome Mr. Henry David, General Manager, and Mr. Deena Karan, Executive Chef on stage. A round of applause for Mumtaz Mahal Restaurant, Muscat, Oman. Heartiest congratulations. So, Mr. Henry, we are looking forward to hear from you. Please tell us your favorite Indian dish and why you want to spread it to the world.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We extend our sincere thanks to the chief guest, the Indian Council Cultural Relations, ICCR, and the Indian Embassy in Oman. Receiving the Annapurna certificate is a proud moment for Mumtaz Mahal, an emblem of 4 decades dedicated to sharing Indian culture through culinary experiences. Our local patrons adore our tandoori dishes, flavorful biryanis, signature dishes like butter chicken and dal makhani. That's the best. Heartfelt thanks to Mr. Rishi and Kimji family for their unwavering support. This recognition fuels our commitment to continue bringing the authentic flavor and traditions to India, to Oman. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, here we proceed for the next one, and that is Namaste India Restaurant. Before we proceed and welcome the General Manager, let's have the AV first of Namaste Indian Restaurant. A round of applause for Namaste Indian Restaurant, and help me to welcome Mrs. Zaya, General Manager, and Mr. Digambar Prasad, Head Chef from Mongolia. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Heartiest congratulations to Namaste Indian Restaurant. Please, Ambassador from Mongolia, please do join us. And also Namaste Indian Restaurant. Owner is also there. Please, a round of applause for him also, ladies and gentlemen. The entire team is there. So, sir, first of all, a round of applause for sir also, the wonderful team. So, Mr. Mukesh, we want to hear what's your favorite Indian dish and why you want to spread it to the world. A round of applause for Mr. Mukesh and Namaste Indian Restaurant from Mongolia.
There are a lot of dishes which are basically the millets that we had been working on for last 15 years. And fortunately, it is the millets here also. But beyond that, I would just like to thank ICCR basically. The kind of thought process that you people have, I've never seen. And the next part that you are focusing on about the making of the dishes and the other parts, which has never been taken care of. So the real part is the recognition, although we were very happy to host and to present our services to the PM, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Rajnath Singh Saab, Sadhguru Saab, and like a lot of dignitaries had been coming, Dharmendra Pradhan ji and all. But the real plus is when the government recognizes an effort and there is a pain which has been taken to devise a kind of an award which has never even been thought of. So maybe after a couple of decades, maybe some more decades to go for us. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks to you too, sir.
Thank you to the entire team. Thank you very much. And heartiest congratulations also. So here we proceed. Last but of course not the least, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Naans and Curries, everybody, an ethnic Indian restaurant. A round of applause. First of all, let's watch the AV first and then call the owner. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Naans and Curries, an Indian ethnic restaurant from Costa Rica, Mr. Sandeep Gulati, a part of management team of the restaurant. Please help me to welcome him on stage. And a big round of applause for Naans and Curries, ladies and gentlemen. Can we appreciate them, ladies and gentlemen? They're spreading love from India to the world. Heartiest congratulations. And I request a representative from embassy, please come to join us on stage. So let's have a group photograph with the dignitaries from embassy. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a group photograph and then we will hear from Mr. Sandeep Gulati that what is his favorite Indian dish and why he wants to spread that dish to the world. Heartiest congratulations to Naans and Curries. And now may I request Mr. Sandeep Gulati, please share your favorite Indian dish.
Thank you, everyone. It has really been a privilege here, traveling all over to receive this. This is an amazing initiative, and when it comes to recipe, dal makhani is our best. And why we consider it, because while cooking it, it takes a lot of time, and it gives our chefs and all of us to pray for whosoever is going to eat that meal. So it's cooked all over the night, and we are really, I would say we are blessed that we are taking Indian food abroad, and anything which makes bridges in the world is appreciated. And as someone rightly said, no celebration is complete without a meal. So we are really honored today. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. So before we proceed any further, I know we all are waiting to hear something from our guest of honor. So not even, delaying even a moment, please help me to welcome on this, the dream girl of Indian cinema. Help me to welcome our guest of honor, Hemaji. Hemaji, please share your thoughts about Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023. And after looking at your fitness, we really want to know what is the best food to consume and to, in order to look like you. So here we go. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Radhe, Radhe. After seeing me, you want to know what is the best thing to, how to look after yourself. You should have a very bad cook in the house. So you don't eat at all anything. So, but I'm not supposed to say all that here. Om Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranavallabhe Jnana Vairagya Siddharte Bhiksham Dehi Namostute. I'm extremely happy to be here as a part of this great celebration, which is being organized by ICCR to felicitate the restaurants selected from across the globe. And I also congratulate ICCR and under the able leadership of Dr. Vinay Sahasrabudhe is taking lead to recognize the contribution of restaurant and hotel serving Indian cuisine to connect foreigners and Indian flavors. And just now I had the honor to give away the Annapurna Certificate Award to 7 restaurants across the globe. That is Balaji Dosai from Sri Lanka. So you must be making wonderful dosas. There are many varieties of dosas are available. It's not just dosa and masala dosa. There are neer dosa, karam dosa, like that. There are plenty now. They have innovated new things. So it's wonderful to eat all the things. I think I get a lot of them from Bangalore. Then Indian Street Food and Co. from Sweden, Amber India Restaurant from USA, Naan and Curries and Ethnic Indian Restaurant from Costa Rica, Mumtaz Mahal Restaurant from Oman, Namaste Indian Restaurant from Mongolia. So we just know we had the honor to meet them and then we gave the award. So this ICCR has instituted Annapurna certificate in 2023 to recognize restaurants abroad who have made outstanding contribution to the promotion of Indian cuisine and culinary abroad. अन्नपूर्णा जिसका काफी देर से सब लोगों ने उसका विस्तार से बताया गया कि अन्नपूर्णा क्या अन्नपूर्णा is the divine mother, the goddess Parvati. She is the Annapurna who gives food to each and every being on this earth. So we are all, especially the women are called Annapurnas, at home, because she's the one who cooks food for us. So we have very wonderful, delicious food cooked by our home, like as mother or so many aunties or some cooks come and cook. So I had the privilege to have this very nice food. But once I started going abroad to do some film and all, for the first time when I went, I had a terrible experience because I was so much wanting to have my home food. And that was in 72 after doing Sita or Gita, that premiere was there in London. So London mein, as we landed, we had a problem to have food. So I was looking for some Indian restaurant. My parents were there with me. So they found something and then they felt very happy. Then Ramesh CPG also helped us. Similarly, when I went to Moscow, there was a big problem because after traveling hours of journey, and then when you land, you feel like eating something. There's the first is pet ki puja. Pet puja karne se phir baki kaam sab chalta hai. So when I looked for, उस वक्त इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट नहीं था इन मॉस्को में सब. सो ऐसा बहुत मुश्किल का सामना करते हुए then the organizers who have brought us to America for a dance shows and all, we used to request कि आप पहले खाना दो उसके बाद हम परफॉर्म करेंगे. To that extent I have to say. Then अच्छा पास में ही है रेस्टोरेंट हम ले जाएंगे आपको. And पता चला वो that is not an Indian restaurant, some restaurant. लेकिन now today I am very happy that कितना हर जगह we can get Indian food and delicious food. नाम भी बड़े अच्छे अच्छे, तुलसी, ऐसा कुछ अलग अलग नाम भी रखते हैं. Many places they have also started giving vegetarian food also. So बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. So I am so glad that ICCR has recognized, apart from honoring all the dance, music, and cultural activities, you have included the restaurants also, which is very, very important. I thank you so much for inviting me for this function to give away the awards. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am, for this wonderful, wonderful, your words, your session. Thank you. A round of applause for Hema ji. कहते हैं ना कि मैम के आने से ही ऐसा लगा नूर आ चुका है. So एक बार जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए, yeah? Thank you for your presence. Actually, you made this evening better. Now, please help me to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Shipra Shukla ji, Chairman of Uttar Pradesh Institute of Design and Research, Government of UP. She helped a lot. Actually, she is the woman behind this, award we are giving to you, Annapurna statue. So, ma'am, please come on stage, and I request Hema ji, please honor Shipra Shukla ji. And ladies and gentlemen, थोड़ी तालियों के साथ Thank you very much. Now I request, ladies and gentlemen, Shri Vinay Sashbudde ji, our president, to felicitate Hema ji. उनका स्वागत एक बार फिर से करते हैं. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Shri Anand Raj Anand ji, music composer and singer, to come on dais and please share a few words, share your thought about Annapurna Certificate Awards 2023. All over to Mr. Anand Raj ji. He's a well-known music composer and singer. A round of applause for Mr. Anand Raj ji. All right, let's have a group photograph also, sir. Let's have a group photograph also. Yes? Lovely. Now I request Anandji. Anandji, please, a few words.
Regards, Vinay sir, Hema ji. And I'll only say कि हिंदुस्तान की मिट्टी की और हिंदुस्तान के मसालों की खुशबू पूरी दुनिया में फैला दी आप लोगों ने। और हमारी ऑथेंटिसिटी, हमारी एथनिक वैल्यूज़ तो बहुत मायने रखती हैं। बहुत से फूड रेसिपीज़ के अब्रॉड के ब्रांड्स इंडिया में आते हैं, लेकिन इतना तहलका नहीं मचा पाते जितने इंडिया के ब्रांड्स बाहर तहलका मचा देते हैं। और मैं यही कहूँगा कि एक बेसिकली वी आर देसी पीपल, और जितना मर्जी अंग्रेज़ों में उठते हैं बैठते हैं, सब दुनियादारी करते हैं, लेकिन जो बेसिकली देसी होने का हमारा प्राउड है कभी जाता नहीं है। और मैं 2 लाइनें बोलूँगा कि एक गाना मैंने बनाया था, जहाँ पाँव में पायल, हाथ में कंगन हो, माथे पे बिंदिया, इट हैपन्स ओनली इन इंडिया, टुडुंग टुडुंग टुडुंग। जहाँ दिन निकले सुनकर श्लोक गुरबाणी और अजान, जहाँ मजहब से ऊंचा है इंसान सारे एक समान। अरे आँच नहीं है सांच को चाहे देख ले सारी दुनिया, इट हैपन्स ओनली इन इंडिया। और एक कसम खाते हम हमेशा अपने वतन के लिए कि दिल दे दिया है जान तुम्हें देंगे, दगा नहीं करेंगे सनम। हम देशभक्त हैं पक्के। और इतना कहूँगा, आप बेशक परदेश में रहते हैं, लेकिन आपके मन से एक बात जरूर निकलती होगी, परदेसी हैं जरूर पर भारती हैं मन से, हम भारत के ही भक्त हैं तन मन धन से। Thank you very much. I'm feeling honored to be here. Thanks, Vinay ji, for making me part of this wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome on stage Shri Abhay Kumar, Deputy Director General, ICCR, for vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for this. Sir, all over to you.
Distinguished guests, Honorable President of ICCR, our guest of honor, Hema Malini ji, the Director General of ICCR, Kumar Tuhin ji, and all of you dignitaries from abroad who have been invited, the stars of this function, and our honorable jury members. Two of them are here this evening, Manjeet Gill ji and Vishnu Manohar ji. We don't have Shri Pushpesh Pant, who has also played a key role in deciding who gets these awards. So we must, first of all, thank our president, Shri Binay Sahasrabudhe ji, for taking this initiative. You know, all ideas, they are born somewhere. And it is his idea. It's the idea of Honorable President of ICCR. And under the leadership of our Director General, Shri Kumar Tuhin, we have been able to implement this vision over a period of time. With the help of distinguished jury members, you have just heard Manjeet Gill ji, but we also have Vishnu Manohar ji with us, and the other jury member, Professor Pushpesh Pant, who is not among us today. We also thank him, we remember him fondly. We also had Mr. Partha Sarthi from the United States as a jury member to select you. Annapurna Awards, you know, we had a Visitors India Knowledge India Visitors Program last week. And during that event, the Honorable External Affairs Minister of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar, he said that as the world is going through political and economic rebalancing, it also needs cultural rebalancing. And Annapurna Award is an initiative in that direction. As Honorable Minister of State Meenakshi Lekhiji said, mentioned in her speech, that it's a new tool of diplomacy. Annapurna Award, Annapurna Certificate is about celebrating Indian cuisine and Indian culinary traditions, which are millennia old, through this wonderful new initiative. And it's not only about appreciating this recipe or that recipe, but it's also about introducing to you the whole philosophy behind Indian cuisine. And that's why when in Europe, when you eat, you say bon appetit. But in India, we do not have a similar word. We do not say bon appetit. We offer a prayer, which was so beautifully recited by Hema Malini ji. This prayer, and that's the philosophy. So we say that, you know, this food which has been given to us is a blessing, a nourishment. And that's how the food, when you add prayer to it, it becomes divine. And that's the philosophy we are celebrating today with this inaugural Annapurna Award. I would also like to thank all my team members who have made this possible, who have made your stay comfortable, who have booked your tickets, who have brought you here. They are invisible part of this whole process, but they are the one we must thank. I take this opportunity to just read a stanza from this book called Monsoon, which celebrates Bihari cuisine. Both the Director General and I are from Bihar, so just give me a little bit of liberty to share with you. And hopefully someday you can also, and I think the Resident Commissioner of Bihar is here, or some representative is here, because President also, his vision is not only to engage ICCR, but also the state governments to promote great Indian cuisine abroad. So here is, it's about food, food from Bihar. And Biharis will celebrate your arrival, monsoon's arrival. It's about monsoon cuisine. What do you want to eat during monsoon? Biharis will celebrate your arrival listening to sweet old Bhojpuri songs of their kinsfolk, brought by you from Mauritius and Seychelles. Farmers will start sowing paddy, singing rain songs, and offer you various delicacies. Singhara, dal puri, litti chokha, kadhi badi, pitha, ghugni, fulori, peda, lai, chena, tilkut, anarsa, thekwa. I'll add Belgrami to it, which is a favorite sweet of our Director General. Batasha, Sakarpara, and Khaza. Relish these. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really grateful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. So before we proceed for dinner, I request our jury members, our president, sir, all the chefs and the restaurant owners, please come on stage. Hema ji, please come on stage. Let's have a group photograph together. All the jury members, restaurant owners, chefs, Hema ji. Let's have a group photograph together. Let's do with the chefs first. Let's do one group photograph with all the chefs. Hema ji, our president sir, Vinay sir, jury members. And afterwards, we will do one group photograph with the restaurant owners. And for this wonderful, wonderful group on stage, I believe there should be a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now I request all the restaurant owners, please carry your trophies. माता अन्नपूर्णा को अपने साथ लेकर आए in short. Please carry your trophies, all the restaurant owners. You have to carry your trophies, all the restaurant owners. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So the dinner is ready at serve. Kindly go and have the dinner. The dinner is ready as served. Once again, thank you very much.